Hi everyone, my name is Latoya from Emerald Astrology, and I'm here to continue the series working with the archetypes. So now the next archetype that I'm going to speak with you about, car driving by, is Mercury. So I thought it would be perfect to speak about Mercury in my car. But before I go into why that's the case, I want to speak with you about the definition of archetype so that you and I are on the same page. So, the definition of archetype is a recurrent theme or motif in literature, in art, or mythology. So, mythology and astrology go well hand in hand together because it makes it easier for us humans to understand how the cosmos could affect us in a more there's touching stories that invoke thought and emotion and easy to relate to. So Mercury is the planet Mercury in astrology is known as the messenger of the gods. The attributes that Mercury has is that he is a communicator. He's associated with short travels. Yep. See, I'm in my car, short travels. I do that a lot of times. I love to travel, me being a Gemini. Always on the go. So yeah, let me go ahead. So communication, short travels, education, medicine, siblings, determination, using the use of the intellect, and ability to make things logical. So the things that I like about Mercury is the fact of the notion of communication. So like being able to share abstract ideas and compartmentalize them so that they are understood, and as well as communicating emotions and facts and skills so that others can learn. So basically teaching, using your words to teach. Mercury, actually, because he is my ruler, with me being a Gemini sun, I really enjoy learning about this planet and understanding how he relates to me. Growing up, I've always been a very shy person, and I'm still kind of am, but becoming more open because I guess I'm starting to understand what I am interested in, and so now I have something to share. Before I was just kind of like, I'm just gonna observe everyone and see how they function and question why they function that way, but now I feel like I have more to share. So I'm starting to open up more to my Gemini energy and associate myself with Mercury. And so the way that I like to relate to Mercury is I often write. So I journal every day, probably 2 to 3, 4 times a day. Sometimes I just jot down notes. I journal my dreams. I write just to write, poetry, anything. So like basically that's how I relate to Mercury is I write. I also love to teach or share my ideas. So communication. And yeah, so pretty much that's like what I do with Mercury, that I can just think of the top of my head right now. Oh, of course, I like to travel, so I'd like to drive a lot. I'm in my car. This is a great representation of Mercury because Mercury always travels, and like connection to the gods, so from the heavens as well as within the earth, always communicating, connected the dots, being the bridge that helps people cross over, and helping us humans advance forward in that way. But of course, this is of archetypes, so this isn't like literal being that's a blob of Mercury or something, but I don't know. But yeah, so like the idea of Mercury, I relate to him through communicating my thoughts, my ideas, the things that I want to share and teach as well, you know, soil and composting and astrology and the subconscious, all that good stuff. Writing, I write a lot about my thoughts and processing them in that way. I think that just has to do with just me being a Gemini. It's my natural inclination to do so. So enough about me. Let's talk about how you can relate with Mercury. Oh, you're probably wondering why I'm looking down. I'm looking at my journal. So I don't ramble too much. I'd rather have a purposeful video than you guys having to hear me ramble, because I definitely can do that. But I don't think you guys want me to. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you want me to ramble, I can, I guess. But so how can you relate with the archetype Mercury and bring more of this energy in your everyday life? First, you can do what I do. Journal every day. Really get a hold of your thought process and what you think about, what you're consciously aware of, on paper. Just putting it on paper so that you can see it and know, wow, that's what I think about often. You know, does this just observe, clearly just observing it, you know, I may have to change it, just observing what you think about every day, and you could take it as you will after that. But pretty much like how you can relate with Mercury, one is journaling every day, once, twice, whatever, depending on how much time you got. So you have, so you can also connect with siblings. I don't know if I mentioned that before of the attributes of Mercury, but siblings, Mercury is a very childlike planet. He's able to connect with the gods and knows how to communicate with them because he's very intelligent. So picks up on how to do things very quickly. Is a very childlike attribute to do. So connecting with your siblings that are younger than you and just watching them, how they function in life, how they are so excited to learn, or just learning new things. And the third thing is learning a new skill. So Mercury is a craftsman as well. He likes to work with his hands, and that could be, you know, with medicine or stuff based off of like the intellect. And so how you can work with Mercury is learning a new skill. My words are not coming out. So the three things are journaling every day, connecting with your siblings, and learn a new skill. So that's what I have for you guys for Mercury. How to work with Mercury as the archetype Mercury. And tell me what you think. How, you know, is there anything that you're curious to know more about Mercury that I may not have mentioned? You can comment that below. You can connect with me at emeraldastrology@gmail.com. So emeraldastrology@gmail.com. Or you can go to my WordPress website, so emeraldastrology.wordpress.com, or on Facebook, Emerald Astrology Facebook /Emerald Astrology 99. Okay, so talking about Mercury, and I can't get my words right. This is perfect. It's okay, whatever. He's also the Joker as well, so connects really well with people because he knows how to make people laugh. Very, very smart. So yeah, that's my video. I gotta go pick up my sister. We'll speak with you guys later with the next archetype video. See you later. Bye.